What do Donald Trump, Adolf Hitler, and the Republican regime have in common? Today, we delve into these historical figures and periods, and explore their similarities and differences. Our journey begins with Donald Trump, a businessman turned politician who served as the 45th President of the United States from 2017 to 2021. Trump's presidency was marked by controversy, from his incendiary rhetoric including his negative remarks towards black people to allegations of election fraud. His critics likened his tactics to those of dictators, pointing to his repeated claims of election fraud, despite numerous rejections of these claims by judges, his own administration officials, and a team of Republican experts. Furthermore, Trump's past comments on white nationalists, Confederate statues, and his blatant disrespect towards black communities have been intensely scrutinized, leading some to draw parallels with the Nazi regime. Next, we turn our attention to Adolf Hitler, a name synonymous with one of the darkest periods in human history. Hitler rose to power in Germany in the early 1930s, and his reign was characterized by authoritarianism, nationalism, and anti-Semitism. His ability to manipulate the masses through propaganda and fear is often compared to the tactics used by some modern-day politicians. However, it is important to note that any comparison with Hitler should be made with caution, given the atrocities committed during his time in power. Finally, we consider the Republican regime, a political party in the United States that has been in existence since the mid-19th century. The Republican Party, like all political parties, has seen a range of leaders and ideologies over the years. However, some critics argue that recent years have seen a shift towards more extreme views within the party, with Trump's presidency often cited as a turning point. A notable example of this came in 2022, when a Trump-appointed judge compared a proposed student loan forgiveness plan to a law that enabled Hitler's rise to power. In conclusion, while there are certainly similarities between Trump, Hitler, and the Republican regime, such as their use of divisive rhetoric and manipulation of public opinion, there are also significant differences. Hitler's reign resulted in the genocide of 6 million Jews, a level of atrocity that is unparalleled in modern history. Trump, while controversial, did not commit such acts during his presidency. However, it is essential to note that Trump's rhetoric towards Jews was not always positive. He often illustrated negative that elicited worries among Jewish communities. The Republican regime, meanwhile, is a diverse and evolving political entity that cannot be wholly defined by the actions of or period. It is worth noting, however, that the Republican Party has increasingly become a party for Trump, rather than a party for the people. Making such comparisons should remind us that history is not merely a mirror to the present, but a complex tapestry offering valuable lessons to those willing to learn. The parallels drawn between these figures and periods serve as a stern reminder of the dangers of authoritarianism and the importance of democratic values. But ultimately, each must be understood in their own context, with all their complexities and contradictions.